Alright, I'm back on this live thing once again. It's been a little minute. I ain't finna really wait for people to log in, because I mean, if you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. And if you don't catch me saying it right now, you can always go back and watch it. So I ain't about to just wait. You know, some folks be waiting and all that. I'ma just get to it, man, cause I got some things I just want to say, and it might be neglected and people don't give a damn or whatever. I don't care. But first of all, what are my thoughts on this presidential election, man? Well, I feel like this system, this whole country is bound to crumble, because and I know that might sound negative and harsh and all that. Like, why would you say this country is about to crumble? Because the foundation, I just came back from my blueprint reading class at school, and we was talking about like this big old $1 million building is sinking and it's shifting because the foundation of it wasn't built solid and secure. And you know, that's how this country was founded. You know, even the Constitution that everybody trying to uphold, it wasn't meant for universal harmony and balance of all humans and everything. It was built in a biased way, you know what I'm saying? And it's bound to crumble because we shifting back more to oneness instead of the biased perspective that the system of America was built, you know what I'm saying? So who do I vote for? Clinton, Trump, any of them other puppets? Hell no, man. I don't vote for none of them, man, because they all are the same club, and they're all wicked, man, and they all don't give a damn about us. Us as in anyone who's not a part of their corporation, their club, you know, their little, because they all friends, you know. Trump and Clinton, and on the cool, they all part of the same bloodline, you know. And a lot of this stuff sounds like a conspiracy and all this and that, and I don't care, man, because connect the dots and you can do your own homework, your own research. But they all go way back, and they all been pushing the illusion of choice, you know. And Democrats, Republicans, why do you think it's all red and blue? Red and blue, Bloods and Crips. Even if you look at them tarot cards, you know what I'm saying, it's red and blue. There's some significance. It goes way back, you know what I'm saying? And we can't be caught up in their okie doke. We got to be about self-governed, universal law of nature, you know, cosmic order. And that's the structure and the discipline that I stick towards, you know what I'm saying? Not no law of the land, because the law of the land ain't really for us. It's meant to get us locked up, you know what I'm saying, in jail, and control us. And they try to pass it as a way of it's a positive thing, or it's for the people. It's like, nah, it's for the people to be controlled, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not falling for it no more. And I know it's a paradigm shift. It's an awakening. More and more people are waking up. So I'm not voting for none of these whole ass presidential selections. They already got selected, y'all. But I don't give a damn. You know, I just care about us cutting them strings off of our back because we're worth it. You know what I'm saying? We need to not depend on the system at all. We shouldn't, because they only, we complain about, you know what I'm saying, like all the stuff they doing to us, but we give them power to do that. They don't got more power than we do, we as in the people. They don't got more power than we do. We just give them our power because of our attention, how we pay attention, how we spend our energy as universal currency. That's the real vote. If y'all ain't know, that's the real vote. How we spend our money, how we pay attention to things. So, you know, our vote needs to be, we need to vote for ourselves. And I know it's like, we're not ready to be self-governed and all that, because people don't have no orders. It'll be lawless and all that, and people wouldn't know what to do. Well, we need to go through that transition then. You know what I'm saying? It might be a bumpy transition, but we gotta go through, we gotta detox from the system, from the matrix. You know what I'm saying? We gotta detox from depending on their hospitals and their grocery stores and their corporations, their banks, this, and that. We got to go all the way back to scratch, from scratch, from the drawing board, square one, and just, get in sync with nature and learn how to build, without depending on them, because they're not really for us at all. I promise they're not. Hey, peace and love, Queen Nubia. I see you, man. Peace and much love and much respect. But man, I'm just for universal harmony. And I know it's always, that chaos is a part of the same oneness as harmony, so it comes with it. It's always going to be people that's disagreeing or like, nah, we need the system, or there's nothing wrong with them. It's always going to be some type of rebuttal, or people just not agreeing or whatever. It's like we can't even give them our energy. We can't, because we got to focus on what we know is right. We got to be the energy source, and we got to reflect what we feel needs to be happening. And that's what I'm doing. I ain't gonna be pointing my fingers no more at, you're a sheep, you're wrong, you're this, you're that, oh, you're gay, you're an abomination, oh, this, and that. If I'm not that, if I don't agree, then I'm not gonna be policing or bashing folks. I'm gonna just not be that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show through my frequency patterns clearly what I stand for. You know what I'm saying? What I vote for. By doing it, you know what I'm saying? By being about it, my daily lifestyle. Not even just posting about it, not just getting on the Facebook Live, but by being about it. You know what I'm saying? And not even doing it for the attention or for the glory or for the views or likes or whatever. It could be liked or unliked. I don't give a damn. I really don't give a damn. I'm a be about it. That's why human beings, we gotta be what we talk about, not just talk about it, not just vote about it, expecting for a Jesus or a president or something to come save the day for us. Cause that's a weak ass mentality. You just at the mercy of somebody else. That's like letting go of the steering wheel, thinking that the car just gonna, want an external entity to come drive it for you. Like, nah, man. We're an expression. We're the wave of the same ocean of God, or the ocean of oneness. So we gotta have self-control and know how to drive our own vessel. Don't let these external entities drive your car, because they could drive you anywhere. And, that's not right, man. It's not right. According to my perception, you know what I'm saying? Because right and wrong is really a perspective too. But according to where I'm at with it, how I see things, it's not right, man. And we need to not be focusing on these distractions, these sports and everything. Do you know how to grow your own food? Do you know how to heal yourself? Are you connected with people that's about self-sufficiency? You know what I'm saying? If the dollar crashes, what the hell would you be doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, these questions. What would you do if the dollar crashes? Would you know how to survive? Would you know how to do things? Would you know how to, what would you do? So, that's what I've been talking about for the longest, man. Being self-empowered and not depending on their power system, because their power system is really, it's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? And it's temporary. This shit is bound to crumble real soon, and it will crumble. The only thing that's gonna last is nature. Nature gonna always have a way, and she gonna always make a course. So I'm rocking with Team Nature. I vote for nature, man. That's my thoughts. I rock with nature. And the universe, you know what I'm saying? The universe is so many infinite possibilities and everything. I understand that. I get it. But I'm about what's consistent. It's a pattern of everything. It's cycles and cycles and cycles. If you keep on repeating the same old cycles, then it's gonna always be the same results. You feel me? And it's been obvious if you peep the patterns. If we keep on going by the same system, the same government, these presidents going the same routine over and over and over again, then it's like it's the same old shit happening. It's been getting worse though. More and more people are dying because these unnatural chemicals, cigarettes, this and that. I know it seems like, okay, we're getting more technology advanced and everything, people living longer, all that. But like, hell no, how do you know that whenever all you know is how long, what they told you how long folks used to live back in the day. You know, they used to be like, people back in the day only lived 30, 40 years old. Yeah, the beginning of their system, of their way of doing things. But if you go back to like Ethiopia and you know, Turtle Island, like went back in the day, hundreds of years, them 1,000 years old human. And you know, we all stressing ourselves to death, making ourselves sick, letting others have the power to make us sick to our stomach, literally getting sick because of our thoughts alone making us sick. You know what I'm saying? Getting programmed and controlled by these frequencies, these hertz from the radio stations and the TV channels and all that shit, the television programming and the televisions. Man, y'all feel me though? Y'all see where I'm coming from? Y'all, man, cause I'm not saying this is to waste my breath. I'm just putting my vibrations out there, you know, and stating how I stand. But regardless what I say, fuck what I'm saying, what am I doing though? You know, what do I do behind closed doors that I'm not putting out there? That's what really matters. And what I'm saying right now and what I show on these social medias, my YouTube channel and all that, does that align with what I do behind closed doors that nobody sees? Because if the answer is no, then I'm a fraud. I'm a hypocrite. You know, I'm dead wrong. And I'm going to get my karma for that. For leading folks astray. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I personally be to the damn. I always got to check and correct myself to make sure, are you being a hypocrite? Are you know what I'm saying? And I'ma feel bad. I ain't gonna sleep good at night if I know I'm a hypocrite. So that's why everything I post, I just gotta make sure that I'm not, you know, lying to myself by lying to y'all, because we all interconnected. So for me to be honest and truthful to myself, it'll be truthful to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's to do unto others as you want to be treated. You feel me? So that's really what I think about that, man. And I don't want to be like trying to be like I know what I'm talking about and I know it all and this and that, and then I can't even govern myself, I can't even police myself. You know, it's like that's whack. That's whack if I did that. And I'm not about to do that, man. And that's what I push. I push that we need to start self-reflecting, self-correcting, go within, instead of just spending all of our time and energy. Oh, we need a Trump. We need this president. We need this, and that. We need this type of person. I understand positive influences and you know, positive people in our life. Because, you know, Dr. Sebi, you know, Tupac, Malcolm X, it's a lot of people that I really look up to, legends, you know what I'm saying, that I really highly admire their body of work, and forever will, you know what I'm saying, and pave the way. It's a legacy, you know what I'm saying, that I forever respect, you know what I'm saying, and go according to. But do I idolize them and worship them like that? No, because they're part of the same source of energy that I'm from, that you're from, that we're all from, you know what I'm saying? So they got the same thing within them too. It's just like the movie in The Matrix. We just all came down here for a certain position, like how they had the key maker in there. If y'all seen the movie The Matrix, like the key maker was in there for a specific purpose. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know about the key maker. But he was just as significant as Neo and Trinity and them. He played his part in it, you know what I'm saying? We all got different soul contracts and soul purposes. But overall, man, we all need nature. We all need to help each other and look out for each other and play our part, play our position. And not just be stagnant and just be a part of the same cycle of go to work, come home, you know what I'm saying, have some children, go to church on Sundays, go to the grocery store, you know what I'm saying? Go to the club every once in a while, like once or twice a year, go on vacation. The same old pattern, the cycle of shit that, you know, majority of people be on. I say we gotta break that cycle, man, make that paradigm shift. And we need to start taking our power back. And it gets to the point where it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but it's not real. It's real simple, you know what I'm saying? It's not real complicated. Like, we shouldn't be overthinking it. We should just do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, the time we be spending watching NBA and Empire and this, we could be looking up, or we could be outside, like, learning, like, shadowing somebody that's already been doing it. Some empowering knowledge and information, how we could survive and how we could make it, you know, and not depend on the system that we be screaming it's so fraud and so negative and ain't for us and stuff. If that's the case, then we should be spending our time learning how to not depend on them and how to do things for ourselves then. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm going to school for construction technology. I'm learning how to build and, you know, electrical and plumbing and stuff like that. So I don't got to pay no electric bill, no water bill and stuff. I could do things myself and know how to fix it too. You feel me? That's how I see things, you know, how I could do things. And even if it's a small contribution, because I'm only one person, it's power in numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's the teamwork that makes the dream work. So I'm just only one person, but individually, a piece, a fragment of the whole, I feel like that's how I could make a contribution. You know what I'm saying? I'm one person that's taking his power back and unplugging from the matrix. You feel me? The best I can. I'm not there. I got a long ways to go. It's a process. But I'm working on it though, man. And shit, I see it's a lot of people making shifts. Like, man, shout out to the USA Healing family. They had their grand opening 2 days ago out there in Atlanta. Powerful, man. That's a powerful thing, man. Shout out to brother Belingo, you know, and his queen. Shout out to my homie Chubb, matter of fact, Adam, and even him and his queen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie Big Pup, my homie Dougie D. You know what I'm saying? Just all my fam, man, like all my soul fam. I love y'all, and everything I'm saying is just straight from my essence, straight from my inner being. Like, no scripted. Like, it's all straight from within, straight from my, not just my brain, but from my mind. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. The brain and the mind is the difference. So I love y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I just want us to all do good. I just want to see us to not be so caught up in all the illusions and mirages and the foolishness and the shenanigans, falling for these same hook, line, and sinkers repetitively. It's like we gotta peep the pattern of things and we gotta break out of that shit. It's like, okay, enough is enough. Like, when are people gonna really feel like enough is enough? And they could feel like it, but when are we gonna really start doing something about it? And the way to shift our energy, the way to make a change is to be the change. You know what I'm saying? And to be the difference. You feel me? I mean, that's really, if you don't just talk about it, be about it. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to put the end to racism, then stop being prejudiced and stop being about the things that, you know, cause I be seeing a lot of folks to where it's like, okay, well, they're being this way to us, so that justifies it for us to be that way to them too. Eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. Well, let me say this. Do I believe in self-defense and not just turn the other cheek? Hell yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie. If somebody slapped the hell out of me, I try to control myself as much as possible, but man, it gets to a point where it's like, man, I'm gonna slap the hell out of you right back. You know what I'm saying? So I got empathy, and I feel where, you know, the mentality of how a lot of people are right now, just ready to just bust back. And like, man, I'm tired of y'all just abusing us, you know. So I feel that. Trust me, I do. Especially how I grew up. It's like, I'm not the type of dude that just likes getting bullied around either and punked around. But does that mean to let them bullies turn you into a bully? You know what I'm saying? And to have them have you thinking like how they think, but say that you're anti them? You know, that's another thing too. It's like we can't get caught up in the mix. What Pac say, this is one of my favorite lyrics he said. recollect your thoughts, don't get caught up in the mix, because the media is full of dirty tricks. Man, that's real. The media got us, it's so much propaganda, you know what I'm saying, in them programmings. They got us just, they design how they want our algorithms to be so they could calculate them and so they could pull strings and push buttons and everything to spark up certain emotions that'll have us react how they know we'll be reacting, you know. And they do it in different divisions and different sections of how they got us divided too, you know what I'm saying. They do it to the white folks and to the melanated folks and to the Mexican community, this and that, and they put certain things or take away certain things, or say this man said this person said that, and they push it on the media, you know, the mainstream media and stuff, and have us all looking at each other like, you motherfucker, you know what I'm saying. And, hey, and it's like, I don't be watching a lot of movies, but I saw that Captain America Civil War with Black Panther in it, how they was all one good squad, they was all unified until this one dude, he was like the Wizard of Oz, like, you know, the guy behind the curtain, the puppeteer, and he set it up to where they was all turning on each other. Just like the human family right now is, the branches are facing other branches instead of all the branches coming together to go to the root of what's really going on. You feel me? Like, we caught up in the branches right now. And we got to realize that all of humanity is getting fucked over right now. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go to the root and realize this root is the small little, maybe couple hundred, maybe 1,000 people that prints the money, that's making all these whole ass laws, and this and that. And we gotta be like, okay, we see who you are, man. We finna crush you right now. And you're a parasite that's about to get starved out. We ain't giving you no more of our energy. If you feel me? Instead of being like, oh, you're this and that, and finger pointing and turning against each other. And really they got us turning against ourselves, making it real easy for the puppeteers. Because we sabotaging and we self-destructing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we've been doing. You know, and people starting to get to the point where, man, I ain't shooting no shots or nothing like that, but my homie, I ain't even gonna say his name, but, you know, I got respect for him, you know, in the way what he stands for, but he said some shit. And you know how I stand with Dr. Sabi and the alkaline stuff, but he was like, you know how folks be like unapologetically African and all that? He was talking about, man, I'm unapologetically not becoming a vegan. You know what I'm saying? But he knows, I know he be seeing me posting all the stuff about how these foods is not the same vibratory wavelength of our internal organs and our chakras, and that's how it's got us getting sick and killing hundreds of thousands of us every year, stuff like that. But at the same time, man, it's like neglecting that part because of the addiction, you know, the love for that self-destruction, you know, and that's and when it comes to stuff like that, it's like when you self-accountable for having to stop empowering them foods and them thoughts that's got us sabotaging ourselves and killing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We got to put it into our own cycle of self-destruction, and that's what people don't want to, you know, people would rather point the finger at others like, oh, you cracker, or you coon, you this and that, you tripping, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. But then how about pointing that finger at yourself? Like, hold on, I gotta check myself and correct myself for my own bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's really that's what folks be neglecting, you know, checking and correcting their own bullshit, man. It's like, yeah, we could ignore peace and love, Priscilla. I see you, Queen. Peace and love. I see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, and Priscilla be saying this shit a lot too, man. We gotta check ourselves on our own savage ways. I know she feels that, and I'm saying the same shit. But we gotta stop empowering the system that's got us against us. You know what I'm saying? They got us against us, and they got us hating ourselves and each other instead of snapping out of that mentality that has us, you know, thinking that way. Because, you know, all we gotta do is make that paradigm shift. I know, like, man, that shit ain't easy. No, it's not easier. It's easier said than done. But we make it hard on ourselves by saying it's hard. Man, I done became a vegan and stop smoking weed. I done broke a couple addictions, and I got some more I'm still working on. I'm far from perfect. You know, it's always room for self-improvement. So I'm working on myself. Trust me. But I know about breaking habits. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad habit right now by empowering these parasites that got us thinking this certain way, or thinking being savage or being petty and shit is cool. That shit ain't cool, man. It's not cool. Like, man, there's this movement. It's been going on here in Houston. Like, if you smoking weed, if you smoking that dro, then you cool, man. But if you smoking the seeds and sticks and shit, then you weak for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what in nature don't have seeds and sticks in it? Like, they think, like, it's cool. Since when is it cool to be violating nature when you are part of nature? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's shown through history. Like, whenever you get back to nature, when you eat natural foods, when you think naturally without being your mind being tampered with and manipulated by these external sources that's putting their hand on your steering wheel, and they got you feeling a certain type of way, pissed off and aggravated, and taking your frustrations out on everybody else and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like they got you. They pirates to your own ship, and you passenger riding your own ship. And that's what it's been. You know what I'm saying? You got to take back control, self-control. To have soul is to have self-control. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not getting in this music industry, because, man, they you can't even really speak how you want to speak. You know, you gotta water down your message, and you can't really go in like that. And if you do say some real shit, you gotta say it subliminally. You can't just say it straight up like how I'm talking right now. And the only reason I'm talking like this right now is because I don't got a big ass following. You know what I'm saying? Like, them folks probably see me, but they don't give a damn, because they don't take me seriously. Because, folks, I only got one live viewer right now. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love to the one viewer looking at me. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it's not even about the views to me. It's just about, you know, putting them vibrations out in the universe regardless, and really standing for what you speak about, you know, and don't just talk. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm going to keep on being a mirror and a reflection of what I feel the shift needs to be happening. What I feel, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep on focusing my valuable, precious time and energy on doing this research and learning and being about it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a positive, that's a part of the solution and not part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? As long as I choose to neglect and I choose to ignore that, then I'll be a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm closed-minded to other perspectives, like whenever I start to empty, I feel somebody else where they're coming from, and that might, you know, expand my consciousness to another way of thinking. Like, oh, okay, I get it now. I'm more divergent. You know what I'm saying? I'm more multidimensional in my thinking. It's like, okay, now I see where they're coming from, so I know how to approach this situation. I know how to go about it in a different way that's more effective. You know what I'm saying? A more universal way, and not just according to my limited bias standpoint, my viewpoint. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, you know what I'm saying? That's what I said is really how I feel according to this moment. I'm living in the moment. I ain't, you know, I'm not existing in the past or the future. I'm just living right now. You know what I'm saying? So according to where I'm at right now, what I say is where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep on learning and growing. And the more I talk, not even just talk, but the more I do things, then the better I'll be able to speak my words and get my message out there. And, you know, the more potent and effective I'll be with how I live life, my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to be a real powerful, real potent mirror reflection of the potential. Okay, he's doing this and getting these results by being about this. This is the way to be. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to be a positive reflection of our higher potential, man, as I continue to police myself every day. So who do I vote for? I vote for us, as in the universal souls that's about making this paradigm shift back to nature and being self-governed and not falling for the system's okie dokes and hook, line, and sinkers. in these illusions. Simple, straight like that, man. I vote for that. I vote for us stop sabotaging ourselves. Stop being self-destructive, man. A lot of people don't want to hear this, but that's why if you look at the statistics of the highest rate of deaths, you know what I'm saying? What's number one is abortions. And after that, and that's like hundreds of thousands. Then after that, it's like heart attacks, strokes, cancer, heart disease, doctors fucking up, you know what I'm saying? Gun fatalities and all that's at the very bottom of the list of the thousands. It's like 5,000 or something like that. And gun fatalities include police shootings, suicides, homicides, stuff like that. It's like 5,000-10,000. And that was on the list. You could check it out. The statistics from this year, from January to like July 15th or something like that. And it was already like hundreds of thousands of people dying from heart diseases, strokes, cancer, all these unnatural ways of dying because of eating these unnatural foods and thinking so negative that them thoughts got a direct connection to our immune system and to our body, and that shit stresses our cells, and our body just like it's a cause and effect to everything. You know what I'm saying? How we think, how we eat, how we live, it's us. That's what happens to us. If we always stressing and mad and pissed off or frustrated or miserable, that's why it shows into the physical. From what happens internally, it shows to the physical. That's why stress can make your hair, what you see in your physical eyes, it makes your hair turn gray. Because you're stressing, you know what I'm saying? It's an internal thing that roots out and it branches out like a seed. It's a seed that branches out to the physical. So that's the same thing with everything. Everything starts with the spiritual, the mental, then it branches out to the physical. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just neglect spirituality, man. It's got to be the foundation. It's got to be. Nature, it shows that's why I love nature so much, because one of the best reminders and expressions of how life is, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, it's simple. Like, we can't just really think that the physical is all there is, because that would be foolish, you know what I'm saying? Because life shows us otherwise all the time. We gotta get spiritually right. We can't just depend on all these books and all these external sources of this and that, seeking a master teacher and seeking this, this religious book and this and that, or this politician or this doctor gonna save me, or this or that. Like, look within self, look within nature, you know what I'm saying? The answers are within you too. Do some meditation, you know what I'm saying? Meditation is real healthy for you. It's real good for the mind, body, and spirit. You know what I'm saying? Go out in nature, hug some trees, man. Even though tree huggers look down on, like, that shit is whack or that shit is dumb. Man, go hug some trees. Got so many damn healing properties. Drink plenty of water. Get some rest, you know what I'm saying? Get some good exercise. Eat right. Them bioelectric foods. I mean, shit, that's what we should be putting our time and energy into. And not just that, but do you know how to go get some herbs? You know what I'm saying? Some healing alkaline herbs out, like, growing naturally occurring in nature in the wilderness. Do you know how to go find those? And do you know the difference if that's a damn weed or is that a herb? You know what I'm saying? I'm learning these things. It's something I'm still working on. I feel like that's something we should be paying attention to instead of this whole ass election. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it's good to be vigilant and be aware, but man, either way, either candidate that got selected is gonna be bad for us. So it's like, duh, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck a Trump, fuck a Clinton, fuck Obama, fuck Bush, fuck all them, man. Fuck the Senate, the Congress. None of them are for us. None of them. Shit, fuck Bernie Sanders too. Fuck all of them. You know what I'm saying? I still unconditionally and universally, I got love for them, but they on some stuff that's against what I stand for, so I can't give them my energy and my attention. I know they're against natural order, and they're against, us getting back to nature, because they want us to still be plugged into this 3D parasitic program that's crashing. You know what I'm saying? It's crashing. and it could only last for so long because it wasn't built on a solid foundation. It was built from ego and from, just, it wasn't built universally. It was built like cocksided like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was built unbalanced. So anything that's not balanced is bound to crumble. Even if hundreds, thousands of years, however long it takes, it's bound to fall. You saw what happened to Rome. So you saw what happened to all these civilizations. What happened to Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? It's a rise and a fall to everything. You know what I'm saying? And these white folks, you know what I'm saying? These the Illuminati or whatever you want to, they about to fall. You know what I'm saying? Because they not built from universal balance. They're built, it's a capitalistic, biased, bigot, however you want to say it. I'm trying to find the words for it. I don't know. But yeah, they finna fall. And those in tune with nature are gonna know how to rise, and they gonna know how to live off the land. They gonna know survival skills like that. I advise go check out this YouTube channel called Primitive Technology. Man, dude got a lot of knowledge, man, how to build like wobble houses or whatever it's called, like using the clay from the land and the sticks and all that stuff. Knowing how to make pot, you know what I'm saying? Know how to make a refrigerator using just off of the land. And not depending on, these damn refrigerators and shit like that. Not saying because if you got a refrigerator, I still use a refrigerator too. But I'm saying if it comes down to something like that, you got to know these type of things instead of just investing all your valuable time and energy into watching the NFL, NBA, this or that. Learn something that could potentially save your life. You know what I'm saying? Learn something that's life empowering. That's my message. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need. That's what I'm trying to put as much focus on as I can. And yes, we still got to get money, unfortunately, because just the way things are. But it's temporarily, though. Be about getting money, but don't be all the way about getting money. Like, know how to have that knowledge and that value to live without needing money. Or if you don't got that, at least, shift your attention and your focus on getting to that point. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's always going to be some type of trade or bartering or anything, even if it's not Federal Reserve notes anymore. But pick you up a good skill or a trade or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, learn how to build, learn how to grow food, learn how to, learn something, you know what I'm saying? Something you could trade, and that'll be valuable. Like back in the day, this right here, these car resales, they used to be money. You know what I'm saying? It used to be the form of money back in the day. So it's always going to be something, but don't depend on everything just being that piece of paper that's crumbling, it's steady deflating. As much as people don't want to consider it and they want to deny it, you know what I'm saying? I say get up out of here, man. Not saying just get up out the country, like move to another country or something, which really sometimes it'd be real tempting. I ain't gonna lie to you, it'd be real tempting. But like, learn how to not depend on the city life and all the convenient local stores and this and not local stores as in, let me rephrase myself. I'm about shopping locally, you know what I'm saying? But when I say local, I mean, what are the things usually closest to you? It's these whole ass McDonald's and these Walmarts on every corner and stuff like that. That's what I meant by local. I don't mean local as in like small businesses and everything like that, because I support that. As long as they not selling some bullshit, then I support it. Regardless your skin complexion. But especially melanated businesses, I support that. But yeah, I mean, we gotta learn how to be willing to move out of the city and get some land and know how to survive eating, growing foods, and build us a house or something like that. Get some solar panels, water filtration systems. That's a lot less taxes. That'll be a lot less, depending on like some Flint, Michigan type shit. You know what I'm saying? If the water pipes get all messed up and everything, that wouldn't affect us because we would be collecting rainwater and have it going through a water filtration system. You feel me? So that's what I feel is important. And I know I probably said this same shit the last time a while back when I got on Facebook Live, but I'm going to say it again. And the next time I'll probably be saying the same shit. You know what I'm saying? If you hear me rapping, you'll probably be hearing me rapping about this, just saying it in different words. Because, I mean, I just feel like this is what needs to be happening. You know what I'm saying? We need to be getting back to nature, man. We need to start knowing how to heal ourselves, or at least align ourselves with people that's about that too. So we could focus on one thing, and then they could be on something else. Then we could complement and balance and uplift each other. You know what I'm saying? And I believe, you know, self-love is key. You know what I'm saying? Like healing yourself, the main factor, one of the key elements is self-love. Because to love self is to love the universe. Because we all are self. Self be having different definitions, just like real has different definitions, and what people want to consider real. Like, to me, self ain't just self as in me being selfish as in I, the letter I, but it's EYE as in the universal, you know what I'm saying? Which we're all interconnected, a part of. So if I'm keeping it real with myself, then I'm keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I am you in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm saying we also different, but we also the same. We're differently the same. Which that sounds kind of like, what the hell is he talking about? But I'm just saying, like, we all breathing. We're all part of the same ocean. We're just different wavelength expressions of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just different branches of the same root. So we're one on a higher perspective, but we're different. You know what I'm saying? Which is, the variety of nature is a beautiful thing, though. We got to embrace that. We got to embrace who we are, what we look like, the type of hair that comes out of your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't change how I am for the world, because I was born this way for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the type of dude. I ain't going to be trying to make my skin look more darker and stuff, and rock a fake afro, and, you know what I'm saying, put some lip injections and shit like that. Some Amy Dolezal, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I talk how I talk because how my experience and how I was raised up. But, you know, I just think it's still me staying true to myself, because my culture and when I say my culture, I mean just the culture I grew up in and submerged myself in, was a part of, and everything. So when I say I don't mean like I'm possessing it or I took it or it's mine. I claim ownership of it. But my culture, as in my lifestyle, my way of doing things, you know, it's man, I'm getting into a whole bunch of, man, I be freestyling, bouncing around. So that's why I probably need to just go ahead and sign off before I make this video too long. And everything I said, y'all could probably hear it also on my YouTube channel too, because I be kind of repeating myself. But I appreciate all y'all who tuned in on this Facebook Live session. And peace and much love to all y'all. And I know some folks gonna probably end up watching this later too. Maybe, maybe not. Whatever. It's all good. And I'm about to enjoy the rest of this day. Have a great, positive vibe, productive day full of progression. You know what I'm saying? And make that change, y'all. Let's make that change for the better, man. Let's break some of them bad habits and start replacing them with the healthier alternative. Regardless of what other people talking about, it don't matter what they saying, because we got to do it because we got to prove to ourselves that we love us. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it because it's good for our well-being, and we want to stick around and live healthier, man, and have a healthier way of thinking and all that stuff. And that's all connected. So let's do that. Let's be about it. I'm signing out. Peace and much love, much respect. You know what I'm saying? Namaste. And let's get it. One love. Cheer.